Immediate program of action. Set into motion an attrition and professionalization program in the bureaucracy in the frame of a transition plan toward a shift to federalism. The transition platform and program of action process in the shift to federalism will require the human capital investments, meaning, it will rely initially on existing career service officials in the bureaucracy of various departments to undertake the step-by-step and arduous work to realize the adoption of federalism in our country. Their professionalism, integrity, historical experience, institutional memory and expertise will provide the nexus and ensure continuity of quality public service, from the old unitary way of doing things, to a federal setup. The quality of human capital of our government is the key to the effectual realization of the transition. Though human capital investments may take time to manifest, it actually makes sense for government who depend on accomplishments to be able to stay in office, to focus on tangible results. The department heads has to consciously focus their plan when the functions is already with the federated region. Their planning will be based on the needs of the federated region. For instance, if the federated region is an agricultural state, therefore, the capacity building of that federated region will center on agriculture. Federalism requires a basic level of administrative capacity across the constituent subnational units, and in most of the proposed models of federalism in the Philippines, these units do not even exist at this point. They would still need to be built up from scratch. This would be an enormous task. Consider, for example, if there were to be somewhere around 10 to 12 federal states. That means the Philippines would need to have 10 to 12 regional economic and development authorities, to supplement the current National Economic and Development Authority, 10 to 12 departments of budget and management, 10 to 12 departments of public works and highways, 10 to 12 departments of agriculture, etc. Do we have enough human capital at a highly technical level of governance that can be deployed to the different states? The Department of the Interior and local government will be more important than ever because of the critical tasks of implementing and enforcing federalism. As important as it is to delineate, on paper, the constitutional division of responsibilities between the national level, the federal level, and the local level, that is only the beginning of the story. It is something that would require a very effective Department of the Interior and local government, or however it will be called, in order to bring about the implementation and enforcement of a new federal system. Note that every and all levels of government at present have their respective bureaucracies, and it is not as if new layers will be added. On the contrary, they will just have to be simplified, re-engineered, reoriented, redirected, reformed and transformed in culture and practice to adapt to the new federal paradigm. All in all, that is the paradox of decentralization and federalism. We need to highlight the importance of effective state bureaucracies, which in this case would be the bureaucracies of the proposed federal states. In Transition Platform and Program of Action, it will tackle advocacy work even before substantive analytical work was made at the policy level. Foremost is to determine what will be the form and fiscal design of a federal government in the Philippine setting. This is to provide policymakers with inputs for crafting evidence-based legislation not just on the proposed shift to federalism but encompassing decentralization reforms in general. Multi-perspective approach would be the most powerful way of helping Filipinos stay abreast of the widening range of issues concerning federalism and the process of transition, so it will be adopted in our country.
Faisal Mangondato, presidential candidate of the Katipunan ng Kamalayang Kayumanggi. Mr. Mangondato, welcome to the program. Thanks for joining us today. Magandang hapon po.
Magandang hapon po naman. Maraming salamat for having me.
Well, let's begin with the 15 Lanao del Sur mayors throwing their support not behind you as son of Marawi, but behind Vice President Leni Robredo. Ano po ang kahulugan nito para sa inyo na si VP Leni po ang pinili nilang suportahan at hindi po kayo?
Maaring nasabi ng aking mga kababayan, yung mga mayor na nagsalita na tinanong sa interview. Subalit kagagaling ko lang po sa Lanao del Sur na ako'y nagkaraban. Marami po akong naatinan ng mga programa doon. At masaya po at matuwang-tuwa yung mga kababayan kong taga Lanao del Sur na mayroon na pong kakandidato na kasamahan nila Maranao na Muslim na siya ang tutulong sa kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan sa Lanao del Sur.
So sa palagay niyo po ay hindi lamang po nila lubos na nakikilala pa kayo na kayo ay isang kandidato nga sa pagkapangulo, kaya po nabanggit lang po nila yon or nasabi lang po nila katulad po ng nasabi niyo kanina?
Yan ang katotohanan na ang mga tao sa Lanao del Sur, tanggap po nila na ako ang dapat na suportahan ng aking mga kababayan ng mga Muslim at galing sa Lanao del Sur. Dahil sa aking pag-ikot, paglibot dyan sa aking probinsya, umiiyak po yung mga tao na nagkaroon na po na totoong kandidato na galing sa mga Muslim.
So ang pananaw niyo po, Mr. Mangondato, ito pong suporta na binigay ng mga mayor ay personal po nilang opinyon, personal po nilang desisyon, pero kapag po tinanong ang mga kababayan niyo po dyan sa Lanao del Sur, iba po ang sasabihin nila. Hindi po ibang kandidato, hindi po pangalan ng ibang kandidato, kundi pangalan niyo po.
Yeah.
So you believe that that's only the perception or even the opinion of the mayors, not necessarily the opinion of the people that they lead?
Hindi po nangangahulugan na yung mayor ay sumuporta sa isang kandidato ay lahat na ay sumama yung lahat ng mga tao sa kanya. Ang aking perception ay yung mga tao na pumupunta sa akin at umiiyak, sumisigaw na mayroong pangyayaring dumating na sa kanila na matagal na nilang inihingi, yung magkaroon ng isang Muslim na magiging isang pangulo ng ating bansa.
Bakit po importante na isang Muslim, isang Maranao na Muslim ang mahalal bilang susunod na Pangulo ng Pilipinas, Mr. Mangondato?
Hindi po mahalaga na ako ay isang Muslim o isang Kristiyano ang relihiyon ng isang tao. Ngunit sa pamamaraan ng ating nangyayari sa ating bansa ay nakikita ko po na yung sunod-sunod na administration na nagsasabi na babaguhin nila itong minamahal natin na inang bayan ay pagkatapos ng kanilang 6 na taon na panunungkulan ay lugmok po yung ating kahirapan dito sa ating bansa. Kaya po, sa 10 kumakandidato, ako lang po ang sumusulong na ang gobyerno ay dapat na ilapit sa mga tao na sila ay mabigyan ng lunas yung matagal na nilang inihintay. Pagsilbihan naman ng gobyerno na makuha nila yung totoong gusto nila para sa kanilang pamilya.
And when did you first realize this? That you couldn't watch from the sidelines anymore and that you should be at the forefront of the fight for the change that you want to happen? Kailan ho ba nagsimula ang pagnanasa ninyo na mabago ang sistema? At na dapat kayo mismo ang nandun, kayo mismo ang mamuno para mabago ang sistema, Mr. Mangondato?
On 2015, kami po ay nagkaroon ng pulong-pulong ng aking mga kasamahan, kapatiran ng spiritual government sa Cebu. At kami nakapag-usap-usap, marami pong kaming mga kasama sa 17 region and 81 provinces. At napag-usapan namin na dapat na bumuo tayo ng isang partido na lalahok sa politika nang sa ganon ay may presenta natin yung gusto natin mangyari. Napalitan na itong lumang kaayusan at sistemang ito, mabago naman. Tayo ay tumawid na sa ibang bagong sistema, maaring ito na ang lunas. At
bakit po kayo at hindi ang mga katunggalin ninyo ang makakabuwag ng bulok na sistema na sinasabi po ninyo?
Alam niyo po, itong mga tao na kumakandidato ay hindi lihim sa lahat. Hindi sila nagtagumpay nung panahon nila at ngayon, babalik na naman sila, magsisilbi sa ating mga kababayan na gusto nila ay maibigay yung hindi nila naibigay noon. At paulit-ulit na lang, yung problema noon ay problema pa rin ngayon. Yung corruption noon ay corruption pa rin ngayon. Yung kawalan ng trabaho ng ating mga kababayan, hanggat ngayon hindi pa naibibigay o kaya nasolbar ng mga administrasyon ng nakaraan. Bakit po hindi nasolbar yun?